сказали самца, я обрадовался.
Okay, we're live. Mike, we're live.
Let's go.
Зоя, тебя и зовут. Здравствуйте. Зоя, иди сюда. Давай. Зоечка. Вот Зоечка.
Thank you for coming.
Кто-то может портрет взять,
We
а?
have today unusual day. Day which dedicated to one of the greatest representative of our community, Gavriel Davidov, who passed away just less than 2 years ago. Thank you for coming. Thanks, many thanks to our representative, council member Lynn Schulman. God bless her. Assemblyman David Weprin. God bless him. All his assistants who help us to realize our dream. Gavriel Davidov was unusual, unique person. He was born in 1930 in Dushanbe, capital of Tajikistan. He was a highly educated person. He had a law degree. He was popular not just in Dushanbe, in entire Republic of Tajikistan.
Кто говорит, оттуда
He
смотри.
arrived to United States of America in 1976. Since that time until his last day, he was involved in community life. Gavriel Davidov was one of the initiators of the creation of the Jewish Center at 71st Street, together with Haran Benjamini, David Aminov,
Хайков, иди туда.
Borukhov, Boris Kandov, so many others. But one of the most active was especially Gavriel Davidov. Working in 47th Street in Manhattan, everybody was thinking he's one of the richest men in the world. But he wasn't. He wasn't financially rich, but he was spiritually the richest man in the world. He led very modest lifestyle. He dedicated his life to community, to people.
Рома,
After September 11, he was one of those who joined our non-for-profit organization, which calls Religions in Dialogue. He was visiting with us, rabbis, imams, and priests, Muslim schools, Jewish schools, and delivered lectures about our common values. Values which unite Jews, Christians, and Muslims, not divide. He was unbelievably talented speaker. He was fluent in Tajik language, in Russian, in Uzbek language, in English. In all the time when he speaks, audience, including 100,000 people, keep silence because he could bring attention of our audience to issue which he is talking about. He was the only who initiated the creation of the synagogue in the capital of Tajikistan. He was the only who convinced President of Tajikistan, Rahman Ali, to build the synagogue. It never happened in Jewish history when in Muslim country, president of country spent his own money to build such religious institution of Jews. In other words, Gavriel Davidov was unbelievably impressive, talented person. His philosophy was based on challenge of John Kennedy. Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. He always was challenging immigrants. Please be grateful to America. America gave us hope, gave us opportunity to visit our synagogues, to pray, to raise our kids. Look how many talented young Jewish people now get wonderful education. They are lawyers, they are physicians, they are engineers, technicians, because of America. This was main philosophy of Gavriel Davidov, who always was praying for the United States. Now I am so proud to introduce you with our elected officials. I can call her our Mother Teresa Lynn Schulman, who supported our proposal, our request, and thanks God she already with us.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So Laura said a lot about Gavriel, so I'm going to just say a couple of things. One is he played a big role in the creation of 2 yeshivas with thousands of students from elementary to high school students study today. He was also instrumental in the creation. He was also instrumental in the creation and construction of the Baharian Center on 70th Avenue and the reconstruction of the Beth Gavriel Synagogue on 108th Street in Forest Hills. He planted the seeds for 35 Baharian synagogues in New York City, uniting thousands of congregants and helping them find happiness. As a leader in the Baharian community, Gavriel always gave of himself, never asking for anything in return. He has truly left an indelible mark in Forest Hills and throughout our city, and I was very proud to put in the legislation to make this Gavriel Davidov corner. Actually, it's going to be called corner. It's very different than way, so it's corner. He has the corner now. And I want to now ask Assemblymember David Weprin, my colleague, to say a few words.
Thank you, Council Member Lynn Schulman. Shortly after Gabriel Davidov passed away, the family came to see me, and because I've been involved with the Bukharian community, this is where the Bukharian community in Queens started, but they've expanded west to my district, to Jamaica Estates, to Holliswood, to Fresh Meadows. And I was told, and I had met Gabriel through many Bukharian events over the years, but there were a few things I didn't know about him. I knew that he was very involved in starting synagogues, yeshivas, and helping people, but I did not know that he was really the person that so many people in the Bukharian community came to. He was very quiet about it. He wasn't public, he wasn't looking for name recognition, but he had helped so many people that were new to the Bukharian community, that were first getting involved in Queens, in government, in politics, in civics, and he helped people. He helped people that needed money for certain things, or family emergencies. He was the person that people said, go see Gabriel Davidov. He'll help you. If he can't, he'll get some money. that can help you.
Yeah, there's
So
something.
I was very impressed by
Я двинулась много немножко.
contacted about 2 years ago, I guess. And it wasn't until Council Member Lynn Schulman picked it up and made it a priority to get this done. I could not have done this. I used to be in the city council, but we don't name streets. It's the council, and Lynn Schulman is the one that got the ball over the line and was able to give this special recognition to Gavriel Davidov, who had done so much for so many people in the Bulgarian community. Most of it quietly, not publicly, but he was really an unsung hero. Thank you, Council Member Shulman.
So I want to, before we have the next person speak, I want to acknowledge David Aronoff, who's here. He's very active in the community and member and works with UJA.
David, you want to say your word?
So
Thank you, David.
David,
come in.
Come on to the right, David. I didn't know him personally, but it's always a great day when we have a Bulgarian name on a corner. Thank you, council member, for doing this. Assemblyman. You know, our community, when we came here, for the most part in the early 90s, we did need a lot of help. Thankful to individuals like Mr. Davidov that helped a lot of our community members resettle and settle in. Congratulations to the family. May you always be prideful and joyful when you pass by this corner. And it's only good days ahead.
thank you.
Thank you.
And so the other thing too is that in the city council, we just recently passed legislation that will create a database for all the street namings, so when people see it, they can look it up and they'll know who he is. So,
Incredible.
I'm very excited. I was a co-sponsor of that legislation. I'm very excited to have done that. I want to ask, and the family is just amazing, and just look at the outpouring of support. It just shows the good that he did in the community. I want to ask Gabriella Kaplan. Where are you?
Right here.
Oh, you're right behind me.
Shura? Shura?
Yeah.
Come.
Please, loud.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Thank you all for coming today. I'm feel so proud to be here. Feel so grateful that all of you could make it. As you all know, my grandfather, Gavriel Davidov, known as Grisha to many, sadly passed away on April 1st, 2020 at the very height of COVID. And we did not get to give him a proper funeral, and I feel like this makes up for so much of that, and it's amazing to see the people that affected him in the community be here to support him. And everyone here has spoken of the amazing things that he done. Boris basically gave a rundown of all of his charitable works, of his life, the amazing things that he did, and that was all public. But what I want to highlight is the amazing work that he did in private, that he did in silence, that he did without any recognition. So there's a specific story that I'm sure many of you don't know. My grandfather and my grandmother, Babushka Zoya Davidov, immigrated here from Tajikistan to Israel to Austria, finally to Queens, to a 2-bedroom apartment. He spoke no English with 4 daughters, and he became a taxi driver. And then after that, my grandmother became the first gemologist in the Diamond District, which is an incredible achievement, and she stood behind him his entire life. And one day he was driving his taxi, and there was a passenger who happened to leave behind a suitcase. And he got out of the car, and in this suitcase was an incredible amount of money. An amount of money that could have clothed, fed, paid rent for months, if not potentially even a year or more, for his family of 6 people. And rather than keeping it, there was a business card, and he contacted that passenger, and he said, I found this in my car in what little broken English he could muster. And the passenger said thank you, and ended up sending back boxes and boxes and bags of clothing, because he had worked in the clothing industry for his daughters, for my mom and my aunts. And that's a story that no one knows. And I think that story epitomizes who he was as a person, to do the right thing, to work hard, to not take what's not yours, to make sure that you make an example of your life, to set an example for everyone else that you touch on a day-to-day basis. And I'm so proud to be named Gabriella, to have his name, to carry on that legacy. I'm so proud that when I walk through the streets and people know who my grandfather is, they immediately think, wow. They compliment him. They speak of what an amazing man he was, the amazing things that he did. And so as wonderful as it is that he helped to start yeshivas, that he helped to start a center, that he contributed all these funds and organized all these causes, that is what I'm most proud of. His ethics, the life he left behind, the legacy he left behind across our family. And I will carry that with me forever, to be ethical, to be humble, to have humility. And I'm just so proud that we could be here. So thank you, Councilwoman Lynn Schulman. Thank you, State Assembly Member David Weprin, Anthony Lemma, Boris Pincus, former president of the former Soviet Union Republic. Thank you so much for making this happen. It's amazing to finally get this recognition. He had a life well lived, and I'm so happy to take on just a little part of that legacy, and so happy to be able to represent my family on this incredible day.
That's amazing. Thank you, Seth. That's one. And then the other is I want to close us out, Rabbi David Ekelov to come.
He's not here. He's not here.
Oh, he's not here? Okay. Well, then we're gonna, who's gonna
Together, do it together.
Wait,
Let's pull it.
wait.
Mason, do it together. Lana.
Gabriela, can I say something? Can I say something?
Ничего, можем по-русски говорить.
Пару слов, I'm sorry. Я очень рада, что сегодня...
Тамара, сюда, в эту сторону.
Сегодня действительно достойный человек нашей общины,
Нина.
Рахматханака Гавриэль, Давидов, что сегодня именно называют улицам, потому что я была счастлива, что в 2016 году я лишь одна певица, которая с ним поехала на Independent Таджикистан на 25-летие Шамбе. И он был руководителем нашей группы. Я очень рада. Будем всегда вспоминать и будем радоваться, что именно этим улицам всегда каждый из нас будет вспоминать. Thank you very much for your attention and what you do for us. Thank you very much.
I also would like to express my gratitude personally to our Councilwoman Lynn Schulman. You did a lot of things and we hope to work with you in the future. I know David for many years as a board member of UJCC, who helped tremendous help to our community. And I want to just express our gratitude from all our community for the help and support we received. All this, what he did, would not be possible if you would not respond, if you would not support, for which we're very grateful and we appreciate it very much. Thank you very much.
Just one more. Moshe is the knife. Moshe is the knife, please. Misha, пройдите.
Дэвид.
Hold on. Everyone, we only have time for 2 more. We have a minute, and then our amazing councilwoman needs to leave. So we have 1 minute for each, and then we're going to unveil the sign. Okay? Amazing.
Добрый день. Сегодня действительно день добрый.
Чуть-чуть назад.
Сегодня у нас радостный день.
Сюда
Сегодня
поверните.
назвали первый бухарский еврейский улицу именем нашего бухарского народа. Это Григорий Яковлевич Давидов. Вы знаете, он
Закрывайте
сделал
съемку.
очень много. Если о нем будем говорить, потом выйти на утра можно говорить. То, что орденоносец, который указом бюджета Таджикистана был награжден орденом Дружбы народа. То, что он организовал синагогу в городе Душанбе после войны, после разрухи. То, что он навел мосты между Узбекистаном и Таджикистаном, где мы до сегодняшнего дня дружим все вместе. Я хочу поблагодарить городских властей за то, что вы уделили в этом деле большое внимание. Огромное спасибо вам. Также я хочу поблагодарить Зоечку за то, что она стойко и смело выдержала все удары судьбы. И сегодня вот вознаграждение этому ваш супруг будет носить имя 108 и 60 лет. И Гавриэль Давидова.
Дорогие дамы и господа, я имел честь делать фильм. Я имел честь иметь фильм о нем. Гриша Давидов, я горжусь тем, что он родился в Душанбе в 1934 году. В 1932 году его родители Яков Давидов и Эстер Худайдатовы переехали в город Душанбе. В 1951 году он поступил в университет. В 1958 году он закончил Таджикский государственный университет, факультет юридический. И всю свою жизнь он посвятил бухарской еврейской общине. Вот сейчас я вам хочу сказать о том, что очень тяжелая была у него судьба. Но во всем была рядом с ним его Зоечка. В 1959 году он встретил ее, на ней женился, она ему подарила 4 прекрасных дочерей. Он прошел 3 иммиграции. Он прошел иммиграцию в Израиль, Австрию, потом приехал в Америку. Во всем была рядом с ним Зоечка. Я желаю, дай Бог, чтобы это была не первая улица, названа бухарским еврейским нашей комьюнити, а вот также вся эта улица, весь этот район носил имя бухарских евреев. Спасибо всем. Спасибо,
Все сюда.
Иди к маме. Внимание. Маме иди.
Дорогие друзья, сегодня радостный день. Наверное, один из самых наших дней миграции. Через 30 лет активной
Let's go!
Forward, come on!
Get on the higher ground. There we go. Very good job. Very good job.
сторон.
Вот с той стороны тоже поставить.
Мама, вот сюда смотри.
Как дела?
I know, no, we're gonna take a photo. Give it to him. Uncle David, come here. Can you take a photo?
Где он мне говорит?